Yeah, this is a bit too, you know what? We're going to do more eye bleach. This is insane. Okay, here we go. This one says small. Oh, tiny little lizard. Oh my gosh, look at that tiny little lizard. You know what? I'm looking at this. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm looking at this. And the only thing I can think of is like if this lizard peed, it would turn into a little river on this guy's hands. It wouldn't puddle up. It would turn into a little river. Am I overreacting? I caught the plasterer doing work on my kitchen peeing into his plaster mix that he was about to put on the walls. I want everything he has already plastered removed and done again by someone else. Am I overreacting? No. You're not overreacting, and also report him to the Better Business Bureau. Report him to the police, I think. This guy needs to go to jail. Isn't that a biohazard? No, you're not overreacting. Jesus. Every once in a while, I forget that human beings are nuts. Every once in a while, I forget that there's people out there who are just absolutely insane monsters in human skin. And this is one of those examples of just like a weird territorial wolf that's like in person clothing. Okay, I'll try and keep this as short as I possibly can. I have been having work done on my kitchen. It is through a larger company who I tell what I want. They tell me how much it will cost and deal with everything else. I don't know, Home Depot or something. I don't know. Everything has been fine apart from the lack of communication on their part. This was until the plasterer showed up on Thursday. I've complained elsewhere on Reddit about him looking for advice. He just didn't want to do the job. He has not stopped muttering under his breath and complaining since he started, and he is really, really dragging his feet. It got so bad on Friday, I contacted the site manager, explained that I couldn't listen to him complain anymore, and the speed of the work was simply not where it needed to be. The site manager assured me he would be moved to a different job. Well, lo and behold, he hasn't. I was out of the house when he came today, and the other guys on site let him in and then left to go and get some things they needed. Not too happy about this at all. Yeah, okay, so the one disgruntled employee is in your house by himself. I come home, he has stood in my kitchen over his bucket of plaster, and he is just pissing into it like a racehorse. I screamed at him, "What are you doing?" He zipped up, looked shocked, and shouted, "It's not what it looks like. What the else does it look like?" I told him to get out, which he did without argument. I rang his site manager again. He obviously didn't believe me. Why would you believe me? Why would anyone do that? But I think the fact I was in hysterics made him believe at least something happened. The thing is, this guy has had a few periods of time where he has been on his own, so I don't know if this is the first time he was peeing in the bucket or if all the plaster that is already on my walls is mixed with his urine. So I've asked them to remove all the plaster and start again, or I am ending the contract with them and I will find someone else. They said that it would cost me extra. Am I mad here or am I overreacting? I mean, I don't think I can prove that he has done this, but I don't want to take the chance. I think maybe you can prove it, right? Like, can you DNA test plaster if it's mixed with your, can't you do that? If you do that, if you find a way to get a test done for that and it comes back positive that he peed in it, I would sue the company for how much you can get. This is a sue thing. This is where you sue. Like, it's one thing to, like, find somebody who's working at your house to be peeing on the outside of your house. Like, that's already rude enough. Use the bathroom, for God's sake. But peeing inside the plaster that's going to be in your walls? No. You report that to the Better Business Bureau. Do what you can to find a way to prove it, because good Lord, that's insane, dude. I think I'm in shock. Like, who the does this? Mini update. The bucket with the plaster and urine mix has been kindly moved to the shed by my lovely partner. I have contacted the non-emergency number for the police. Yup, police. They were very confused to what the problem was, but eventually they understood. They said that there is nothing they can do at this point because who knows what would have happened. However, they've given me a log number and asked if I can update them. If the company admits anything, they won't. She did say I may be able to do more if I go into the station and speak to someone direct. Great, do that. As for the company, I've just got off the phone with the owner. He's trying to convince me to keep the plaster that is up, that he was just caught short and was going to throw the mix away, etc. I told him I don't care, and now every time I think of my kitchen, I think of this guy just urinating in the middle of it. Okay, so he's trying to say that the guy was peeing into the bucket because he was going to throw the mix away anyway. He wasn't going to put that plaster up on the walls. Okay, I see what they are trying to say, but no, you're not peeing in my kitchen in the same bucket that you put plaster on the walls, you moron. I told him he needs to make this right or I'm taking it so far it won't matter anymore. He's going to tell me how they're going to fix it in the morning. Seeing as I am not going in the kitchen, we are having a chippy tea